We go. All right, guys. Good evening. It is Monday, September 19th already, and I am just getting home from our incredible weekend of our leadership retreat that we just had in Destin. And let me tell you guys, I, for one, cannot wait for our call tonight because we are going to hear from several of the incredible leaders of our team, Legacy United, and really just like a recap of the weekend, what we've learned, all of the amazing friendships and relationships that have been built, and just the incredible community that we truly do have here through our team, Legacy United, through the Dream Team, our number one team in the network, because we have something incredible. If you guys don't, maybe you're newer coaches and you don't really understand how this whole thing works, but so we are a part of the Dream Team, again, who is the number one team in the entire Beachbody network, okay? And it was this weekend, it was myself, it was Candace Olin, it was Jen Guthrie, Katie Ersta, Melanie Mitro, Shannon Hargrave, Alyssa Shoemaker, Deidre Penrose, and I'm pretty sure those were our leaders who all came together to host this retreat together. And they are the Dream Team's elite coaches and some of Legacy United premier coaches. And we have been planning this retreat, you guys, literally since pretty much January, February of this year. And our vision was just for our top team leaders. So, we follow the leadership ladder, our business starters, our team builders, our team leaders, our executive and our organizational leaders. That leadership ladder is something that is so important for us to follow as we grow our businesses. And I know that I train on it in my 4 vital behaviors, in our new coach basics, and all of our training groups. And I know that our leaders, again, we're doing the same thing. But as we were looking at qualifications and the vision for this retreat, that's really what we based it off of with Diamond and above. So if that's a question for you, which I know I've gotten a lot of questions in my inbox, and I apologize, I have not gotten back to you yet. I will, but the qualifications are always going to be Diamond rank and above, and then based on this leadership ladder. So coming together, we ended up having about 112 women who qualified for this retreat. And it was, I think, 6 houses, I believe, that we were all in. There was about 25 women per house. And we came together at Melanie Mitro's main house, was our main hub, on Saturday morning from 9 until 3-ish, and then Sunday morning from about 9 to 11. And we flew in Kim Carver and Jeremy Red for training on Saturday. And if you don't know who they are actually corporate mentors. So they are some of our top corporate leaders. And then on Sunday, it was just a few coaches from our teams who were leading these trainings. And something that was so unique and so powerful is, number one, no other coach in the entire network that we know of has ever put together such a unique type of a retreat, with all the elite coaches having corporate fly in for this event to train on that, and really taking the time to just get to know one another and to just relax and have trainings and all of this incredible leadership that was just emerging from this retreat. So by the end, really by yesterday, as we were wrapping it all up, our leaders, we just kind of stood up and we shared what we had hoped for this retreat being. And it was everything for me, it was everything that I could have possibly hoped for. That, our hard work is rewarded is basically what it comes down to. I know myself, Candace, Jen, Katie, that was who was all in our house. We wanted to reward our leaders and, give back to you guys, those of you that were there and all of you who are watching and you want to put this on your goal board for next year. Just an incredible team that we have created. And we have laughed and we have learned, and I'm sure that we have each probably shed a few tears of happiness and of of just, crazy emotion. But I, for one, have learned so much from our team in these last 5 days, and I cannot wait to hear from, I think we have 5 or 6 of our coaches who are just going to pop on and give a few words tonight of really what it's meant to them. But our team is incredible, and, you guys are what make us a whole in Legacy United. And I am so thankful, and I am so blessed, and this is just completely humbled me to the core even more, knowing that I got to get to know the stories. I got to know each and every one of these coaches. And I, for one, have left with my cup completely refilled. I cannot wait to pour more into our entire team, new trainings, new systems, and just really give back to you guys to end this quarter stronger than we came into this year, because that's ultimately what our goal is to not lose that steam, not lose that momentum, continue to see the vision of what it is that we are creating. And each one of us, we are our own personal business, right? Like, this is who we are. It's not relying on an upline coach or a downline coach. It's relying on yourself to find the information, to gather the information, to ask the questions that need asked, to use Google, to, figure out the system that you want to create to build your own dream team, ultimately, is what it comes down to. So, as you listen to these ladies tonight, I hope that you have your notebook. Actually, I don't hope. I'm telling you, grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, take some notes, and really let this sink in to what their heart has to say, and really what they have learned and come away with this weekend. And this is why events are so important, is really what they're going to go ahead and they're going to pour into you guys. So I am going to go ahead, and I'm actually, hold on just a minute, because I think that Candace is actually up first, but I see that Julia, I'm actually going to have you go first because Candace is not on yet. So I'm going to just have you unmute yourself, and we're going to start with Julia Overfield tonight.
Okay. Can you guys text Candace the link, because for whatever reason she's not finding it?
Yep, I was going to do that.
Okay, thanks. All right. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Julia Overfield. I am a 2-star diamond. I have been coaching, I don't know, I don't want to feel like I'm talking about the age of toddlers, but 20 months, a little over a year and a half. So I'm married, stay-at-home mom of 3 little boys, but I do have a 23-year-old daughter who is expecting. So that's kind of where I'm at in my life. She does not live at home, so it's like I don't have her around to help with them. But I just wanted to tell you guys why I feel going to events are so important for me, and kind of where I'm at in my life. I listed 4 things. The one most important for me was sanity. It kind of gets a little mundane to be behind a computer all the time, especially if you're someone who doesn't have a full-time job outside of the house. So it's just nice to be in the real world and be a real person with just like-minded people. I also think, as far as getting to events, it's a real kickstart for your business. It also shows you that the people you follow, because every single one of us have coaches that inspire us, who motivate us, who make us think, gosh, what do I have to do to be like them? Or, oh my gosh, they seem like they changed so many lives. It makes you realize that they are real people, because sometimes they feel like that unicorn, like a fairy tale person, that will I ever meet that person? And if I do, is she real? Like, she must just have this magic fairy dust that she sprinkles all over everybody, and she's able to help all the time. And then you see, no, she's just sitting over here eating a big piece of cake with me, and we're just hanging out laughing, and we're going to bust our butts tomorrow and get our workouts done. And then my final thing for getting to events, why it's important to me, is to solidify your friendships that you're making through these computers. And until I started this business, I always thought that online dating kind of thing was kind of weird, and how could you possibly fall in love with people through the computer? But it really does happen. And I see people's faces are frozen, so I listen.
Said my internet.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I frozen? Okay, I'm good. No, you're just frozen. Okay. So it's just to solidify your friendships and be able to see people that you don't get to see sometimes but once a year. And so that is a really, really important part for me as far as getting to events. My vision for our team, my team just actually took on a new name, and it's going to be Fierce United. And the vision I have for us as a team is to become an elite team by the end of this year. I thoroughly think that's possible with the members that I have on the team and the heart that they have. And I'm going to do everything that I can on my end, because you always have to remember, control the controllable. So I can only control what I do, but I'm going to pour out to my team as much as I can, so that hopefully that will motivate them enough to get their businesses, up and running and going where they need to be. And my final thing that I took away is my absolute most favorite quote that I will use, and I will every single time shout her out from the rooftops for saying this, is: we do not have a right to make an income unless we are making an impact on people's lives. So I'm going to carry that one with me, because for some reason that hit like a brick, is that we're not given any special treatment, and we should not be earning a penny unless we really are here to truly change someone's life. So that was Miss Katie Ursta, and that is my biggest takeaway and my biggest favorite quote that I heard that resonated with me. That's it. I don't know. Candace, I think, is next. So, and everyone's still frozen.
Hey guys, Candace Olin. I am a 5-star 2015 Premier Coach, and I've been coaching for a little over 3 years. My team is Dream United, and I was one of the hosts that got to bring my leaders with me in our house for this leadership retreat that we just went on in Destin. And I went on the retreat as a guest last year with Val. Val brought me as one of her leaders that got to go. And I just remember thinking, oh, it's so cool. It's so awesome. It's amazing to be around all these other women who are empowering and building and uplifting each other. Because when I grew up, I wasn't really friends with very many girls. Only had a few girlfriends at a time, and was more friends with guys because girls were catty, and girls would like to stab you in the back, and any chance they got, they would, try to tear you down or wait to see you fail. I mean, not saying that people don't sit around and wait to see me fail now, but these women that are on our team that we get to surround ourselves with, it's amazing how it's like, they're here to see you succeed. They can't wait to hear, oh, you signed a new coach, or you've rank advanced, or, we're here ready to shout it out for each other each week, and just can't wait to see our own teams grow. And not even just our teams, but to see people who are in our whole organization, just to see each of them growing and becoming a better, more empowered woman, because that's what we really need to focus on and doing, is empowering each other instead of tearing each other down. So that's what I love about these events. And Julia actually said a few of the things that I agree with as well, is going to these events, you get to see that everybody has the same struggles. You get to talk to other coaches who you feel that they don't get told no, and they don't have the same issues that you have with people quitting and people not sticking with the programs or anything like that. I don't know if y'all know Alyssa Showmaker, but she's one of the top 10 coaches, and she's been a top 10 coach for a couple of years. We all stood around and talked to her last night, and she was just saying all of the same struggles that we all have. Like, she's been a coach, and she is a top 10 coach, but yet she still has people tell her no. She still has people that quit. She still has people that, just fall off and quit talking to her and block and delete her. And she, it shows that we are all real people. None of us, live this. We all live this
no one necessarily lives this glamorous Beachbody life where they never get told no and they never have struggles or they never have issues with their business. We all do. But what it is it's all about your mindset and knowing that no matter what happens with you, with your team, you have to keep moving forward. You have to be the one that has to say, no matter what is going on, I'm not going to give up. Because it all boils down to you not giving up and you just pouring in as much that you can pour in and controlling the controllable of what you can control in your business to continue moving forward and to never give up. And just one of my things that I always like to say is be here in 1 year. And I've recently added a little more to it from hearing other people talk, but it's be here fully immersed in 1 year. And if you continue to tell yourself be here in 1 year, you're going to continue to be here because you just want to continue the next year and the next year and the next year, because now this event's over and I'm super excited and ready to plan the next year with my leaders that got to go with me this year, for us to all get to bring our leaders and have a big house. And we had over 100 women there in Destin. So why can't we have 200 or 300 from all of the leaders being able to bring their leaders and then their leaders? And we could just take over Destin for the whole weekend and it would just be amazing. So going to the events and being able to have this opportunity to be around other people and just see that we are all real people is awesome. And every single girl in our house, I loved them. And I hate that we didn't get to spend even more time together. Couldn't wait to get home and see my family. But we had no drama in our house. And I know it's kind of hard to believe, but we had 22 women in the house and absolutely no drama. Even Dustin didn't have drama. So it was amazing. And I loved being able to put faces to and meeting people and shaking hands and really getting to know each one. But I just think that you should put it on your goal board. Go ahead, write it down, say it to yourself now. You will be at Leadership next year. You will be at Summit next year. You're going to be at the next Super Saturday in a couple of months. So make sure to make these events non-negotiable, because it does. Each event helps fuel that fire to get you to the next step, So I hope everyone took a little bit away from that. And I am going to pass it over to Jen, I believe.
Actually, we're going to have Lisa up next. You're good. It's all right. Go, Lisa, go.
So we're having some serious internet connection problems here, so this is why we're teaming up. So anyways, hi everybody. My name's Lisa Perez Barnes. I'm a 1-star diamond. I kind of have a Southern twang going. Do you guys hear that? That's from my week with all the Southerners. Anyways, I've been a coach for about 20 months. I am a full-time working mom and a nurse, and I love going to these events live. I will pretty much empty my piggy bank to get wherever I need to go, because it is the total, unstable connection. I hope you hear me. I don't know. It's personal connections for me. Kind of like Candace was saying, I don't liberties, or I don't truly believe that people are real people just like us. And we all kind of said that. And I'll just say her name. I don't care. So like, for instance, Katie Ursta, I never had the opportunity to sit and talk with her one-on-one. And last year, this time, I would have been completely afraid to go up and kind of like, she swore, and kind of like just carry on a conversation. And I found myself staying within my group at certain times, and I would get up and walk away and go find people outside my comfort zone. That is the liberty of these events. You make it your own. You get to make these one-on-one connections with people that you otherwise would never have it. And just like everybody else said, it is amazing to see that they all have the same struggles. And sitting with Katie this morning, like, she's like, my team is struggling. I am sitting at SC0. Guys, she's Katie Ursta. She's sitting at SC0. I can bet you $1 million she will still hit Success Club. She's not moping around. She's not saying this can't be done. She's not saying I'm not hitting it this month. She's going to hit it. But it's nice to know that we aren't the only other ones struggling. My vision for my team and my business, and they don't even know this yet, but I will be elite next year. We will be an elite team next year. I know that it's totally possible. I have the vision. I have the mindset. Jen Guthrie down there, she kicks butt. But I can do this. And the main thing that I also get out of this is stop apologizing for yourself. Stop apologizing for your coaching style. Stop apologizing for being a red. Stop apologizing for being a blue. Embrace who you are. Own who you are. And as Miss Jen Guthrie said during her speech was, if you get on with your team and you're like, guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this. Did I hurt your feelings? I'm so sorry. What am I doing wrong? Own your business, own your personality, move yourself forward, and own who you are. It's your team. You can act however you want. That is what makes you who you are. That is what makes you unique. So own your personality. I do not have a problem being a wreck. I'm not going to say I'm sorry anymore. Just move forward with yourselves and your business. So that is all I have. I cannot wait to hear Miss Jen speak because I love to hear her talk. And I hope you guys enjoyed my little talk. Bye.
Is it my turn? I was voice chatting. Oh, sorry. Still no voice, guys. Still no voice. I blame all of you. I blame all of you and Destin. Okay. My takeaways. All right. So my biggest takeaway from the retreat is that so many of us overcomplicate everything about this business. Like your daily to-do, this business is so simple. It's just like a lot. It's like, it's hard work, but it's simple work, if that makes sense. Like everything has been done for you. You are simply duplicating a process. So like some coaches, they're like, oh, well, I don't train my coaches. Well, you should be because you have all the means to do it. Or a lot of coaches are like, well, you know, when I send this message, I think this and this. They're just overthinking. So I gave a presentation on recruiting there. And I've gotten so many questions since then. And every single one is so like, overly complicated, overthinking the process that it just like blows my mind. So strip away all of the fluff. When it comes to the business, keep it simple. You have 4 vital behaviors to do every single day, and that is it. That is all you have to do is 4 vital behaviors. So that was my biggest takeaway as I see a lot of coaches and myself too, we just overcomplicate. Strip out the fluff and keep it simple. My second takeaway was personality. So I am like a fiery red personality. And most of my team, actually like all of my team, is blue. And so I struggle with working with them because I'm very direct and they're so bossy. And that's my ringtone. I'm bossy. And it's hard for me sometimes to connect with my blue coaches. So I asked them this weekend, I was like, hey, you know, what motivates you? And, you know, they told me, well, I really like, this makes me feel really good. Stuff that I have never done for them before. And I'm like, oh, and it's easy stuff that I'm going to start doing. So do personality plus. Think of the personalities you're working with. If what you're doing with your team isn't working, then like it's us as the leaders that actually aren't working. We're not finding what clicks with them. So I learned this weekend how important it is. Like I feel so much closer to my team than I did before. And we were pretty close before just because of our talks about personalities. Another thing, meet people where they are. So if you have a coach on your team who just wants to be a hobby coach, let them be a hobby coach. It's okay. If they are not ready to hit Success Club and they're not ready to go Emerald, that's okay. Meet them where they are. If they tell you they want all in and they want diamond, then you meet them there. If it's a challenger who just wants to start slowly, let them start slowly. Your job as a coach is to meet people's needs where they are. So I think like my struggle sometimes, like a new coach signs up on my team, I want to see them go all the way right now. I struggle with meeting them where they are, and that's definitely something I'm going to be working on. And the events, if you are not making events a priority, like I'm not even going to say you're missing out on the training and meeting top coaches. Like Lisa said, getting to just hang out with these people that we view as almost like celeb status, not even any of that. It's building the relationships with your team. That is the most, like the biggest takeaway I can say is like, I felt like a family even closer to my team and not even like my personal team, just like our team as a whole from that event. And you do get to go and you see what others are struggling with and you see that not everybody has it together and you get to share ideas and you can pull up your computer right there and say, hey, so-and-so, what would you say to this? And just like that interaction and that communication, that is why these events are important. That is to me, like just the secret sauce to that relationship piece and that team culture and building a team culture is getting immersed right into it and getting to know your teammates. So like, it's like a movie when you come out of the screen and you actually get to see people face to face and talk with them and joke with them and laugh with them. It builds such a strong connection. And I think everyone who was there can agree with us on that. that you feel closer. And you know what, guys? It's not even just a Destin retreat. Super Saturday is the same thing. You get to work with your team. You get to talk with people. You get to find what makes you tick, what's going to work, what's not going to work. And you can even take it further than that and say, like, just have dinner with your coaches. Just have dinner with another local coach, somebody. Build those relationships, because coming out of that retreat, like, the biggest change I'm about to make in my business is the relationship piece. That's going to be the biggest part. And I'm pumped about that, because it was, I thought, pretty good before. And now I have learned now what to do to make it even better. So that's why these events are important. You will never stop learning, and you will never go there and say, oh, I knew all of this already. No, you didn't. You're going to learn something else while you're there. So my biggest takeaway is keep it simple. Learn the personalities of who you're working with, and make these events a priority.
Thank you, Jen. All right, we have Jennifer up next. Girl, are you okay to chat? Jennifer is actually in the airport right now, guys, okay? So this is dedication.
I got to the truck as quick as I could, so I'm actually sitting in the car right now. I'm Jennifer Kasperzak. I'm a diamond coach. I've been doing this for a year now this month. I'm a stay-at-home mom to a crazy 3-year-old little boy. And I think my biggest takeaway from this weekend was that actually there was a couple of things, but one of them was just learning to control the controllable. There's so many things, whether you work or you have kids or you just have dogs or you have whatever, stuff always comes up in your life. And I've gotten into the habit of making those my excuses. Like, my kid didn't sleep last night, so I overslept and didn't do this or didn't do that, or I didn't do my power hour because I had all these other things coming up today. So just realizing that you can only control what you can control, I think, is such a big takeaway for me, and finally stopping the excuses. And I know that at least 30 minutes, an hour a day, I can knock out my invites or do what I need to do my follow-ups, get that stuff done, and then I don't have to worry about whatever comes up for the rest of the day. So I think that was one big thing. And then somebody else shared that this whole thing is a gift. They said, who doesn't feel like you've been privileged by this opportunity? Who doesn't feel like your life has gotten better from this opportunity? And of course, my hand shot up. I think I always feel so, you're skeptical asking people if they want to join you on this opportunity. You feel salesy, or you feel like, they're not going to understand this whole thing. And then I think I feel like my whole life has changed because of this opportunity. The people that I've met, the friends I've made, I've bettered my health, my family's health. I mean, there's not one negative thing has come from this opportunity. So why wouldn't I want to share that with people and with my friends and with my family and everybody I meet? I mean, I just can't understand why you wouldn't want to share this with people. So I think that part of that for me was just a little bit of a mind shift change. And let me tell you, man, these live events are huge. I have never been in a house of 22 women without any drama. Like, for one, in my own skin, but comfortable around other women, because I think that, when you have a set goal of building each other up and you're all on the same team and you all face the same struggles, it's completely different. So I think those are my biggest takeaways from this weekend. So I hope that we'll see a whole lot more people next year at the retreat.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. Megan, are you on? I saw you pop up a minute ago. I couldn't find you in the mix. You probably have to unmute yourself. There you are. Hi. Hold on. I lost her. Hold on a minute. I can't hear you. It must be your audio. I can't hear you. Do you want to try to connect like from your computer or through Zoom, and then we'll come back to you. I'll have Haley go, and then you can go right after Haley. Awesome. Thanks, girly. Haley, you there?
Hey.
Hi.
Okay. Hey guys, I am Haley Cottrell. I've never actually talked on a Legacy United call, so I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I'm a diamond coach. I am an optometrist working in the VA system. My team is called Shine Bright, and I am on Jen Guthrie's downline. A little disconnected from her slightly, but I am a part of that little branch. As far as goals for my particular team, I've been doing this for 7 months, by the way. But as far as goals for my team, I'm shooting for us to be a 2-star diamond team by the end of the year. And then as far as like the premier aspect goes, I'm not gonna lie, it's looking like it's going to be slim, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to shoot for it or give it everything that I have. So that's the goal for my team currently. So this was obviously my first retreat like this, and you guys, I absolutely loved it. It was just awesome. Everything that I'm going to say has basically already been said, but I'm just going to say it a different way, I guess. It was essentially like personal development on steroids. Like I felt like I truly like what Val said, like I just left with my cup so full and so excited to continue this mission that we have been inspired to do from the very beginning. You know, I think it's easy sometimes when we sit behind our computer just constantly like doing the daily tasks that we need to do to forget about the mission that Beachbody actually stands for. And it was awesome to see all of these women and all of these leaders come together with the exact same goal, which is truly to help other people get healthier and live better lives. And so I think just that aspect in general, to be able to be surrounded by that, like constantly for the whole weekend, was just so inspiring and encouraging. And I wish that we could do something like this like every 2 months, because I feel like I just need to like keep filling that cup in this way. But it's truly been just the bomb. Let's see. As far as takeaways go, like I said, a lot of this has been said, but I am also a red personality with a sea of blue coaches that I am starting to develop. And I have personally, because I'm newer in this, like have been struggling just trying to, like, I feel like I've almost been trying to hide what my personality is in order to not intimidate other coaches or not to make them feel overwhelmed. And in that, I have not been pushing them in, and it's been, detrimental to their success too, because I haven't been pushing them in the way that they needed to be pushed. So, one of the things that I'm taking back to my team is that, and this is something that we always, that we've known from the beginning, is that Success Club is non-negotiable. It is something that you hit every month. And if you want to advance your business, that's how you do it. And how do you do it? You do it with the vital behaviors. It is that simple. So that is something that I am 100% taking from this and implementing to my personal coaches. And like Lisa said, I'm not going to apologize for the personality that I have. If you want to be on the team with me and you want to move in the direction that I'm moving, then you gotta hop on the way that I'm hopping. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be sympathetic or cater to what you are or who you are, but at the same time, you can't apologize for who you are and downplay that, because it's going to hurt yourself, it's going to be toxic to you, and it's going to hurt your other coaches as well ultimately. So all of those things have been super helpful for me just as developing as a coach. Other things that have helped me is to try to figure out how to, divide up my time. I am working full time, so it's something that, and I know a lot of you guys are too. So being able to just take the time to step back and figure out how to actually time manage and schedule has been a true blessing for me. It was interesting. I forget I think it was Kim. I can't remember who it was. Made us kind of make these buckets for time management, where you placed specific parts of your day in the bucket, and you planned out your week essentially by doing this. And you don't let your buckets overlap. So you take your family time, and you take your job, and you take other things, and then you can make time for Beachbody. And so it was interesting to be able to like plan that out for myself and to see how much time I actually needed to be putting into Beachbody and how much time I need to be focusing on, myself as a coach and expanding my team in that way, and how much time I needed to be focusing on helping my challengers and my fellow coaches as well. So it's been truly a blessing, you guys. It's been a wonderful experience, and I truly encourage each of you to shoot to be able to go to this next year. And it's exciting to see everyone so encouraging and saying, it really is a possibility for each and every one of you. The fact that you're on this call shows that you're interested in this and that you want to expand your business. So why not take it to this point and get to this retreat next year? We would love to have you, and I'd love to meet you. So yeah, that's me, and hopefully I answered everything. So there you go.
Haley, you rock. Thanks, girly. All right, Meg, let's try this again. Did you hit unmute on your phone? I still can't hear you. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It might just be your headphones, maybe? Still nothing. Man, we can't hear you. This stinks. I'm sorry. We get to see your lovely face, but I can't hear your audio. Did you take your headphones out? Did I just say that? I don't know what's going on. Well, you know what? I'm going to have Megan make us a quick video or go live in our group so that way you can still hear from her. Meg, would you do that? Would you step out of your comfort zone and go live in Legacy and make us a video? That would be awesome. I'd appreciate it. You're great. Thank you, sweetie. So that was our lineup for tonight. We had so many other obviously amazing coaches who attended, but we just wanted to bring you guys, a few of our coaches here who make up Legacy to share their experience and just really pour out their heart. And I know I can feel the excitement, and I know that again, like I said in the beginning, this has filled all of our cups, and we're going to be pouring out so much into our teams. So, any questions? I actually just want to open it up for anyone who wants to unmute yourself or type in the chat bar. Questions, comments. Is this a goal for you to achieve next year? Something that you would like to do or push for be able to host a retreat for your team. Type, unmute yourself if you have any questions. I would love to hear from you. All right. And guys, let me go ahead and say too, you're seeing this grand scale of leadership, right? You're seeing the diamonds, the star diamonds, the premier, the elite coaches, the top 1% of the company. You're seeing all of this, but it doesn't matter where you are at in your business right now. Maybe you are a brand new coach. Maybe you are an emerald or you're working towards diamond. You can host a retreat on your own. You could host a dinner, as Jen said, just something to get together with your coaches. I encourage you to host an emerald retreat, or maybe you want to do something at your house for a day, just kind of like a day retreat where you maybe ask your own upline coach to do a Zoom call for you and a couple of your local coaches. Just anything to be able to really team build. That's where it starts. I remember Candace and I, when we were parallel whenever we first started. It was me, and then she signed up and she decided, okay, I want to work this business. And it was the two of us working from one of our kitchen tables a couple nights a week while our kids would play or watch movies or do whatever. And that was our team building. That was our okay, we're going to send messages together. We're going to do our 4 vital behaviors together. And then we would have little day, we had an evening thing. This was a couple years ago, where anyone who hit Success Club the previous month who were local, we had a dinner. We catered, I think it was Moe's. That it was pretty cheap to get some Moe's dinner, and just had everyone over, and we just brainstormed and we talked and we laughed, and we had some wine, and we just had fun together and got to know one another. So don't let something stand in your way. If you know that this is what you're after, go after your goals and host your own. But I really want to thank everyone again who came and who made this event so special, because it was a decision that one person made. Ultimately, Legacy United was created because I stopped being my skeptical, closed-minded self when this business opportunity presented itself, and I decided to go all in. And by going all in, for me, it wasn't right away I knew I was going to be this elite coach, you guys. You know, sometimes it seems like that from the outside looking in, because I share the main part of my story when I realized what I could achieve with this business. But ultimately, at the beginning, I mean, the coach that I did sign up under, she had messaged me probably for 5 or 6 weeks. And she was one of those coaches who followed up a whole lot of times. And I kept telling her no, or I was the one ignoring her. And finally, it was the military discount that got me to pay attention a little bit. And I ended up ultimately signing up, number one, because I could sign up for free with that military discount. And number two, because I was so tired of her messaging me that I was like, oh, fine, I'll just sign up. And even if I don't do anything with it, oh, well, at least she'll stop messaging me. That I really thought back to that this weekend. And that was my number one thought process when I joined with this. I was a coach that did not join with a challenge pack. I literally signed up with the military discount for free. Okay? So never discredit anyone. You know, get that gut feeling, because then what happened is once I did sign up as the coach, something kept tugging at my heart where I was like, okay, I'm going to go and check out this team call. Because again, my coach kept messaging me. I was not Melanie Mitro's direct coach whenever I signed up. There was actually another coach who was her personally sponsored, who I signed up under. She's just since then quit the business, and I was absorbed under Melanie Mitro, for any of you who are wondering that. But she kept messaging me at the time, and she was like, get on a Monday night dream team call, get on our team call. And again, I was like, oh, for Pete's sake, okay, I'll get on. But I was so afraid to even get on a team call like this, because I was afraid that someone would be able to see my face, just like we're all on here now, you know, on a Zoom call. I was petrified, guys, that someone would see me or be able to hear me. That was how fearful I was and how unconfident I was 3 years ago when I started this business. So once I got on that call and I heard Melanie's story about, you know, I will never forget her words. Why not you? I'm a mom of two. She saying this. I'm a mom of 2 boys, and I finally just decided to stop saying why me and start saying why not me. And then she told me, I mean, she was 2 years into her business as a 2-star diamond coach, and she had said, I make about $2,000 a week. And that for me at the time was like, holy shit. Yes, I just said shit, because that was what I said out loud that night. My family needed an income, and I wanted to make an impact on people's lives. And Lisa nailed it. Katie nails it every time. You don't deserve to make an income if you're not making an impact. So I decided to mesh the two that night and start to get out of my comfort zone and start to research what this business truly could do for me. And Google became my best friend. And I started to watch YouTube videos from Melanie Mitro and Lindsay Matway, because they were the 2 most inspirational people that I knew of in Beachbody at the time. And that is what started to move me forward. And it was then that vision, the vision casting that I would watch from Lindsay Matway in her videos, and then Melanie and where they were. And I wanted to be there for more reasons than I could count. So it doesn't always necessarily mean that you are coming into this business to be a rock star, quote unquote. Okay, you guys? You could come in and sit in this business.
Lord.
I think Julia might have said that she was, a discount coach or something for how many months? You know, you might come in as a discount coach for months and months and then just decide to pick up the business. It doesn't matter what your past story is or how you got started. It's where you're at right now. So tonight I want you to clean your slate, and I want you to say, I am a brand new coach, and this is what I want for myself. This is what I want for my life. This is what I want for my business. And as Candace said tonight, you know, that be here in 1 year. And I want you to take that and the next step. I want you to be here in 3 years. I want you to be here in 5 years. I want you to tell yourself that this is your future. This isn't just something that you're going to dabble at. And I want you to do your 4 vital behaviors every single day. Because as Jen pointed out, that is the simplicity of this business. Our mission every day is to do our 4 vital behaviors, and that truly can take an hour or less every single day. And it's that consistency of pumping that well to grow yourself first. And in turn, your business will grow as long as you're out of that comfort zone. And the inviting process is the only way that you are going to bring people into your business to grow and to make yourself, to get to those goals and to grow that team that you guys want to have. So tonight it's encouraging. Tonight it is telling you guys, those 4 vital behaviors, you have to do them. And it's also, reiterating, Haley, Success Club is non-negotiable, and there's nothing else that we can say to make that be, anything more clear. Hit Success Club. That post, that quote that I put on our team page last week or the week before, be a postage stamp, focus, stick to one thing until you get to that destination. Be the postage stamp. Hit Success Club. You cannot focus on anything else in your business until you hit Success Club 5 or 10, whatever you're going for. But Success Club 5 is at minimum. Get your butt moving. Hit Success Club and focus on recruiting. Someone asked me at the retreat, what do you have to do to be successful in this business? You have to hit Success Club and rank advance, period. That is what it is. And we offer our trainings, and we offer these team calls, and we have so much information that you guys, all you have to do is get involved, be involved with these calls, be involved in the trainings, and do those 4 vital behaviors, and those things will come, okay? So thank you so much for your time. I am losing my voice, just like Jen has. We've had a fun weekend, and I am not feeling the best, so I'm hoping a good night's sleep will cure me, because I have a lot of work to do, and I am excited about this week to come. So if any of you have any questions, post on the team page. Feel free to message me, okay? And again, thank you for your time for our call tonight. And ladies, thank you so much for speaking. I truly appreciate it. Have a great night, everybody. See you next week.